Sightings of UFOs in Argentina continue after a Swiss man builds a landing pad and then disappears. UFO sightings in Argentina have been frequent in recent years. The sightings follow the bizarre story of a man from Switzerland who traveled to the small town of Cachi to create a spectacular landing pad for aliens called an ovni port. OVNI is Spanish for UFOs. Now, similar to the Nazca lines of Peru, the OVNI port pattern is visible from the air. The story of Werner Geisli is mysterious since he seems to have disappeared from the news following completion of his beautiful design in an isolated Argentinian desert valley in 2012. He started working on a huge star with 36 points in 2008, and by the time he finished, it was over 157 feet across, with a smaller star 12 points in the middle, smaller stars and formations appearing nearby. The work began like some kind of alien field of dreams. If you build it, we will come, the beings told him telepathically from what he says. The New Zealand Herald suggests some locals think he was taken away by these aliens who landed here. Soon after the OVNI port was built, locals around Cachi stopped seeing Geisli, who had a large beard and would often wear a druid outfit. It's unclear where he traveled to, but some locals joked that he may have been abducted by these aliens. However, it's thought that he actually went to Bolivia, with another theory that he traveled back to Switzerland. Werner Geisli said he received a telepathic message from the aliens instructing him to build the landing pad, and according to his description in an Argentinian newspaper, Geisli sensed the arrival of the UFO before it happened and could easily communicate through a powerful light. He said, "I was there in Fuerte Alto with my neighbor Luis. It was midnight on November 24th, 2008. A party was taking place at the sports complex. Suddenly, everything was silent and the power supply was cut off. It was total darkness," he said. He said, "It's a UFO night," I said to Luis, and the sentence had not ended when two luminous objects advanced about 200 meters, that's about 600 feet, above the Chalaqui River, explains Werner. He says, "They were at the height of my eyes from my position. They were solid, circular, and looked like burnished metal. I do not know why, but mentally I asked them to come closer, and they did. They perched about 100 meters above, that's 300 feet above our heads, and projected over us a beam of powerful light. The funny thing is that this extraordinary glow did not affect our vision. At that moment, something began to go through my brain. It was an order. They asked me telepathically to build a landing pad." In the Argentinian newspaper El Tribuno, he describes his alleged encounter with extraterrestrials. "They landed about 100 meters above our heads, that's 300 feet, and projected on us a beam of light that had made us both see their own brightness. The funny thing is that it did not affect our vision. Something began to bubble through my brain. It was an order. They asked me telepathically to build the airport," he said. Since his disappearance, the, quote, intergalactic landing pad, end quote, has become a popular tourist attraction for the town of Cachi, while UFO sightings seem to have increased in other parts of Argentina instead. Update. El Tribuno, an Argentinian news source, reported that Werner Geisli has returned to the area in July 2019, according to the translation from Google. The Swiss Werner Geisli returned to Cachi after 5 years to resume the construction of the UFO landing pad. About the eccentric Werner, nothing had been known for years, and today he was finally seen again and confessed that he had to leave for a dangerous situation he lived and for which he could not say goodbye to anyone. "This place has something sacred for me. I was sure that I should return," he confessed to El Tribuno. UFOs in Argentina. In 2018, a UFO appeared on live video during C5N News morning weather forecast in Argentina's capital of Buenos Aires. The morning show hosts were baffled by the object, pointing to it and discussing what it might be. "It's not an airplane, it's moving very fast," claims host Mariela Fernandez, Meteorologist Diego Angeli replied, "Of course, it's making strange turns, and if you cannot identify it, it's a UFO," he said. And recently, May 7, 2019, construction workers in Buenos Aires took video from their cell phones of a strange black ring object hovering in the sky. Express noted that Scott C. Waring, conspiracy theorist from ET Database blog, observed that the workers seemed to sense the presence of a UFO looking right at it as it went over. And Waring suggests that UFO sightings sometimes coincide with reports of an unexplainable aura and telepathic communication, causing viewers to take notice. And Waring explained, often when a UFO is nearby, people and animals sense its presence. I mean, often they have an emotional aura that either pushes a person to look up and see it, or even make you relax almost in a trance meditative state. He says, you have to see one first and feel it to know what I'm saying. Not all UFOs have this aura, but many do. He said, I remember a sighting by the famous actor Dan Aykroyd, where he was sleeping. He woke up as if someone wanted him to wake up and heard a telepathic voice telling him to walk outside and look at the sky. When he did so, he saw a UFO, and that's what I mean, Waring says. He discussed several other recent UFO sightings in Argentina since then, including a video of a classical silver disc seen May 13, a couple of years ago. Argentina continues to be a hot spot for UFO sightings. The mysteries continue to grow while the answers remain in the blurry shadows of poor quality video footage. Meanwhile, where in the world is Werner Jasli? And you can see some of the OVNI Puerto Cachi in the link I'll leave here below for you, a couple of videos you can see. This is on Humans Be Free. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.